All right. Okay, we're live. Yes, we're live. All right, welcome back. Good morning to all of you. It is the morning time where I am now. It is 9 a.m. Good morning, afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Big shout out to Ashley in the chat room. Big shout out to Ashley, who has been a member for 14 months. Make sure you all check out the channel of Learning from Life with Ashley. One of the longest supporters of the channel. Big shout out to Mr. Payne and Moochie in the building as well as Mr. King. Hope you all are doing well this morning. Now, I want to focus on one story. I'm going to try my best. It's always difficult for me to do it, but I'm going to mention at least one other one because there was another attack took place within the past 24 hours that I want to briefly touch on. But videos like this or stories like this really proves to me how much work needs to be done, how much attention needs to be paid to the dog world, these dog attacks, and how much attention we need to pay to the behaviorists who put out so-called information about the true cause of dog attacks on children. Because, like I've said for a long time, every dog attack proves that what they say is a lie. It's just not true. And this story really highlights the incompetence of dog behaviors. Matter of fact, let me point that out in the title of this stream, because I want to put emphasis on that. The incompetence of dog behaviorists. Let me put that in the subtitle or in the title of the video. The incompetence of dog behaviorists. You know, at this point, people, they have to be called out. It's just irresponsible for people to ignore any group of so-called professionals who get this much wrong. You know, you'll be hard pressed to find any other professional who is as wrong about the things that they talk about as dog behaviorists. It is pretty ridiculous. Man, it's ridiculous. Now, okay, I changed the title of the live stream. Now, this story is going viral. As you can see up here, all I searched for was dog attack. And you see consecutive media outlets doing a report on this story. Police released footage of a man wanted over a sustained dog attack that left the 11-year-old girl with broken bones. The police, look at what they said. They said police have released footage. They're referring to it as shocking and sustained, as in the attack. They're describing the attack as a sustained attack. And in some of these media outlets, they actually put that in the title, in the headline, that it was a sustained attack. Here it is right here. Now, I don't know if they did this on purpose or not, but here it is right here from Yahoo. Police release footage of man wanted over sustained dog attack. That sustained attack is generally breed specific. It's generally breed specific. That said, other breeds of dogs can and do launch sustained attacks. It's just more often. It's pretty much the norm. It's genetic. It's built into pit bulls to launch sustained attacks. They were bred to attack until the victim is dead. Now, they say that footage has surfaced, but this footage does not contain the actual attack. Okay, so you do not see the actual attack. What you see is closed caption. This is just a surveillance camera on this building, this business. And they got a glimpse of the man shortly before the attack. So a few seconds after this video, it's only 19 seconds, the dogs attack someone. People, this is extremely important, what I'm about to show you right now. Everybody, let's put on our detective caps. It's time for us to call in our expertise. I'm calling on everyone's expertise right now. My comrades, my fellow team of scientists. I'm telling you now, after having looked at this video several times, that this video, there's a lot to unpack. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play it. Pay close attention. Now, oh, that's excellent. That's excellent. Let's use this one. This is the best one. Now, watch this. Once again, you have an arrogant, reckless dog owner walking a couple of bully breeds. I told y'all that when you see a dog, especially a pit bull, on a leash, that you need to treat this as a situation of a off-leash bully breed. These people can't even control one pit bull. When you see somebody arrogant and stupid enough to be walking two pit bulls, everybody is in danger. They are endangering the entire community at that point. Now focus on these people walking the opposite direction. Now this 11-year-old girl was one of the people who was walking in the opposite direction of this nutter. Look at this. You see, these two individuals, they're getting off the way of the arrogant, narcissist pit nutter. Walking like, oh, look at me, I'm so responsible. Look, I have pit bulls, but they're on a leash. Look at how responsible I am. Narcissist, typical narcissist nuttery. Watch how this second kid has to get off the sidewalk, essentially. Look, this kid is no longer even on the sidewalk. Why? Because he's worried. He's nervous. I guarantee you, people, I don't even have to check his blood pressure. Their blood pressure increased walking by this lunatic. Anybody that these dogs want to attack walking on this same sidewalk, they can attack them. There's nothing this lunatic can do to stop them. That's why I say these people are a threat to society. They need to be viewed as enemies to communities. These are enemies to communities, people, enemies to families. And in this story, this lunatic has hurt a family by hurting this child. Now you see this kid, he's already off the sidewalk. He's basically in this driveway right here. Now watch. That kid refuses to even walk through this space right here. So he waits behind this tree and waits for that nutter to pass by. Y'all see that? That's bullying. That's terrorism. That's domestic terrorism. Where this man, this child, looked like a kid, was worried for his life. And it turns out that what he was worried about actually is lethal. And it actually went on to launch a deadly attack against an 11-year-old. Now, my fellow experts, I want y'all to also notice that these dogs did not attack these adult males. Now, this second male, let me take that back. This probably is a grown man. They're not, kids don't walk around in suits. This individual is in a suit. It looks like he has a bag across his shoulder, but he's in a suit. There ain't no kids walking around in no suit. But this man was clearly terrified and worried for his safety, as he should have been. But you notice these dogs did not attack. They didn't even try to attack these young men. Y'all notice that? Keep in mind, this is shortly before the dogs walked past an 11-year-old and attacked her. They said that as the child walked past, the dog attacked. I'll show you the article. Now, what does that tell you? What does this tell us? That these things prefer to attack children. When they talk about the triggers that can set a pit bull off and cause them to attack, one of those triggers is the sight of a child. Come on, man. The lies, the foolishness, it's over. And it's important to make this video. Look at this. Look at how many different media outlets has reported on this, people. This is going viral. Now, if we were not here to point all of these things out, they would just be swept under the rug. It's crucial to point this type of stuff out. Now, when you look at the articles, here's one. And please, the Crusaders in London, wherever this is, where this take place, this, if you recognize this man, report him. The victim was walking on Ben Jonson Road in Stepney Green. Okay, where is that? Where is that? Where is that? So that's in London. Anybody in London recognize this criminal? Please report him, whoever it is. But look at this. The victim was walking on this road around 8:30 on Wednesday when she passed a man with two dogs, the man we just saw. As she did so, one of the dogs lunged at her and bit her several times on the hand and arm. Now this is common sense. Had I seen this guy, I would have said, like I always said, everybody that's near this man is in danger, especially children. Notice how the dog walked right past the grown man and decided to attack 11-year-old female. I call these things child predators. Are you really going to disagree with me at this point? If you follow the channel, you saw how many cases I've used to support or to prove that these are truly child predators. If you haven't seen that, figured it out by now, I don't know what else to tell you. These things walk by grown men. They say dogs can smell testosterone. And when they walk by a smaller target and can't smell testosterone, these things know immediately that the 11-year-old, the child, whatever the age, is more vulnerable. It doesn't take much intelligence to be able to spot a vulnerable target. So once again, we're proven correct that these things prefer to attack children, and that children are one of the triggers. And really, I hate to say that, because these things, they don't need a trigger. They could look at someone sitting perfectly still and attack them. I've shared the video. These are just bloodthirsty mutants that have no business in society. There's no such thing as a responsible dog owner. Those of you who go on about this responsible dog owner narrative, what's the excuse for this guy who is in this video doing exactly what you describe as responsible dog ownership? He has a short leash. They say that when you walk these bully breeds out in public, one of the restrictions is that you have the dog on a very short leash. He has a very short leash. This leash doesn't even look much longer than the man's arm. He has him on a leash. He has him on a short leash. This is a young man who you would think is physically capable of controlling. Look, if a young, strong man can't control him, nobody can. But when the dogs passed by that 11-year-old girl and wanted to attack her, they successfully attacked her. So like I've said several times, there's no such thing as a responsible dog owner. There is no way possible for everyone to be safe in the presence of a bully breed. The only way to be safe from a bully breed attack is to remove these bully breeds from society. There's no excuse at this point. It's pretty ridiculous. Please report this if you recognize this man. I mean, really, they need to get a clearer image of this guy. Oh, let me see something. Right there. Now that looks... No, we're about to look at this. No, we're about to look at this guy's face. It might be blurry, but bear with me. I got to zone in on this guy. Because this is exactly the type of person that I say we need to work hard to keep out of our communities. When you see people like this, okay, this thing is not even working, man. Windows Shift S. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we about to take a look at this guy. Oh, yeah, I got to do it. I got to do my due diligence. Okay, let me share this. Let me switch screens here. Got to do detective work. You know, this is not pleasant. I do appreciate the fact that the things we talk about is proven correct, but it always has to, it always requires that someone is harmed, and that ain't cool. Okay, can y'all see this? Okay, here we go. No, we're about to put this guy on the big screen. Who is this? Who is this man? Man, I'm disappointed. I can't get a clear image of them. That's the face of terrorism. Face of a person who terrorizes entire communities. Shout out to someone in the chat room in the most recent live stream that I uploaded. I can't remember who that was, but shout out to that follower. He said that pit bulls are Satan's breed. He said when you look at the statistics, and I got them right here, they make up 6% of the dog population, and they contributed to 66% of all deaths by dogs. 6, 6, 6. I keep trying to emphasize to everybody, ever since I've been here online, I've put emphasis on the fact that the most significant thing about pit bulls is the attacks that they launch. And when you see bully breeds, in your mind's eye, you should see multiple dead children. That is what the sight of a pit bull should remind you of. Not hearts, not roses, not tulip petals, not kisses. When you look at these killers, the first thing that should jump into your mind is child predator. Because that's flat out what they are. This recent attack proves it, just like several other attacks that we've watched on film and read about. Every single one proves that these things love to attack children. Again, why do you think that behaviorists created an entire class? He had to create and conduct an entire class, a program, to try to train dogs to not want to attack children. Now, y'all remember the story that I'm talking about? But do y'all remember that the child was not required to pull on the dog's ear? Think about that. Think about that. In that study or in that experiment that behaviorist conducted, do y'all remember? He did not request that the child pull on the dog's tail. His goal was to reduce dog attacks on children by dogs. Reduce dog attacks on children. That was the whole purpose of the class. I got to try to find this as I talk about it because I got to show it. Man, I should have saved that. I hate when I do stuff like that and I misplace these videos. He did not require that the child tug on the dog's ear, pull on its tail. He did not ask the children to hug the dog. Okay? He did not ask those children to take the dog's food bowl. He didn't ask the child to do anything that they always claim that kids do that gets them attacked. Y'all remember that? Yeah, I'm looking for it right now and I can't find it. But I'm going to find it. Now I will remind y'all about it. That behaviorist did not require that child. What did that behaviorist ask that child to do? He asked that child to simply play by yourself. And the child was hardly playing. She would jump, like hop. She would not jump or hop towards the dogs. She was playing as if she couldn't see the dogs. She was not paying the dogs any attention at all. And those dogs were itching, dying to maul that child. According to even the behaviorist, he was pointing out the times when the dogs were growling, loading, which means preparing to attack. They would be locked in on the child, so on and so forth. So the things that these behaviorists have said, the things that they've done, has proven that these mutants are a safety hazard for not just everyone, but primarily for children, seeing that children make up over 50% of the victims. And when you look at how eager these things are to attack children, this is irrefutable. These things are child predators. They're child predators. I don't want to hear nothing from you nutters about training. I don't want to hear nothing about what you assume that kids do to these things. They never do it. They never do it. All of the stories are just like the one that just surfaced that I shared with you, where a child is minding his or her own business and was attacked. Unprovoked attack. Now we're going to get this story straight. We got to put this in a proper perspective. That's what I'm against. That's what I'm fighting against. The way these people put things in a false, distorted perspective, they essentially just lie. They essentially just lie. And there's no shame in it. How many examples do we need to see? Y'all remember this video? That mutt saw a child from far away. That dog saw that child from far away. You see where the dog came from? Way up here. And starts running at top speed just because it saw a child. These things are just dying to attack kids. They love to attack kids. And that dog was not charging at this other dog. And I've been saying this for a while. Pit bulls, dogs in general, they're more eager and anxious to attack a child than they are to attack other dogs. They see another dog and a child, they want to attack the child before they want to attack the other dog. And that's exactly what you see in this film. So what does this prove? What does this prove? What does all of these videos prove that I've shown over the years? That dogs look at kids like prey. They respond to the sight of a child the same way a natural animal would at the sight of what nature created to be prey for that animal. It's like a lion that sees an impala. Instantly, the only thing they see is prey. But that's not as bad as it is with these dogs, because the dogs, when they see kids, they don't see prey. What they see is something to attack just for sport, just for kicks, just to kill, just to see the victim hurting and in pain. How many videos have surfaced that proves this? This was just one out of many. Boy, those stories was coming out of Ghaziabad like there was no tomorrow. Oh no, what is this? Oh Lord, no, we don't want to look at that. don't want to look at that. I mean, take your pick. All of you, I'm sure, remember all of these stories. I've gone through all of these. They're all unprovoked attacks. Each and every one. Behaviorists, when are you going to remove all these statements that you've made that is present, available right now, all across the internet? When are you going to retract all of that nonsense? In these articles where you're trying to give advice on how to reduce dog attacks on children, when are you going to remove that nonsense and put out the truth? You have no evidence to support your claim that dog attacks on kids is the result of kids misbehaving, violating the dog, and the dog couldn't take it anymore. People, that is the primary excuse that they give. Well, sometimes the dog just can't take it anymore. It's abused and abused and abused by the naughty, misbehaving child. And the child just doesn't understand good manners. Y'all remember that shelter that I just showed a few days ago where these sick lunatics said that all children under 13 have bad manners. That's exactly what they said. They said, with multiple dogs on that website, they said the dog cannot be around children under 13 because those children have bad manners. This sick crusade that they have been on to project children as the cause, as having provoked these attacks, you have no footage to back it up. All the footage that's available to you shows unprovoked attack. So we are at the point now where you're being called out for your lies. All you behaviorists, you're being called out for your lies. Now, what is this? I don't even think I've even seen this. Have I even seen this one? There's another attack in an elevator. What in the world? This is in Noida. I thought I saw all of them. You see that? There you go. No matter who these things attack, it's always unprovoked. Just attack them for no reason. Hey, here's your responsible dog owner. He has a hold of the dog's collar. You talk about a short leash. He took it a step further. He's holding the dog by its collar. Oh, it's okay. The dog owner has possession of the dog. These people should be embarrassed at how ineffective they are at controlling these things. That's embarrassing. What in the world happened to this guy? Oh, he fell. And look, the dog's still trying to get after him. It's still trying to attack him. It's still trying to attack him. Those types of lunatics yeah. Y'all think I have a problem because I can't stand people like this idiot right here? I can't believe they have dogs in elevators over there. Are y'all out of your minds? Be inside of an elevator with a flipping dog? There are too many goofy people out here in the world, man. Why would they do this? Why would they allow something like this? You know it's because in their stupid mind, they're looking at dogs as Scooby-Doo. They're pretending that these things are harmless. That mentality of looking at dogs as harmless, like there's some type of honor and respect, and pretending that dogs are harmless, that is a disease that infects people all around the world. All around the world. You got people who buy into this nonsense. Man, it looks like they scrubbed the internet of that video of that child attacked inside that elevator. Y'all notice that? You can't even find it no more. What in the world is this? Attack dog elevator. Y'all notice it doesn't even show up. Where is it? This is an old attack. That girl who crawled out. Do y'all see that? You can't even find that dog attack no more. Not this one. It was a different one. Wow. Let me filter it by this year. It looks like they have scrubbed the internet of that attack. People, they have. Where is it? Where is it? That video that I showed where the dog, it maneuvered around its male owner to attack that child. Where is it? I think it's here. Yeah, it's here. Wow. Do y'all remember a few weeks ago when this first surfaced, there were numerous videos of this attack. Man, now you got to look under a rock. So do they even show the full thing? Yeah, they show it, I think. Yeah. Okay. How many? See, I make so many videos like this and I point cases out like this so often that, you know, it might leave some people's memory. I might need to make a compilation. That's what I really need. To make a compilation where I go over these types of unprovoked attacks, where these things bend over backwards to attack an unprovoked attack, to attack some child somewhere. In each video, each story, it's unprovoked. So let's add that to the long list of unprovoked attacks that prove that these things are child predators and that they need to be banned. There's no excuse. Shout out to everybody who's able to join me for this brief live stream. And I hope to see you back here on the next as we continue with this crusade.